I've been video editing for the last 10 years, and along the way, I made countless mistakes that really slowed down my edits, and I made worse videos for it. In this video, I want to go over the top 5 mistakes new editors make. And if you fix these mistakes in your videos, you'll already be ahead of the other editors on your level. The first mistake is to edit without a plan in mind. When you sit down to edit a video, you should already kind of have a rough cut in your head of what you want the video to look like. If you just put random clips in the timeline and put random audio bites everywhere and just kind of plug and play and see what fits, you're never going to get a great video, and it's going to take you so much longer to edit if you edit that way. If you have a project you're working on, you should think about it beforehand. What do I want this video to look like? What kind of theme do I want to convey? What story do I want to tell? So when you sit down to edit it, you already know what your rough cut's going to look like, and you don't spend a bunch of time crafting the video on the rough draft when you could just be creating the rough draft and then using that time to finalize the video with effects, sound effects, and whatever to make the video so much better. Mapping out your rough cut before your edit is a great habit to get into, and it'll save you a bunch of time in future videos. Mistake number 2 is not cutting out the silences in between takes. Whenever you record a video, usually the people talking will stumble over their words or kind of take pauses in between their sentences. This is okay in live interactions, but in a video, it's boring and we need to cut all those out. New editors will often leave those in, and then it really slows down the pacing of your video. It's really important you cut out those gaps in between sentences. I say if there's a second long gap in between a sentence, you should cut it out. Or if you can hear a breath, you should cut that out as well. It's not always going to work out perfectly, and it kind of makes your video choppy if you do it wrong, but if you can cleanly cut out the silences in between clips, I would highly recommend you start doing that. Mistake 3 is not guiding the viewer's eyes to the important information. You as the video editor have complete control over this video and where your viewers look. You need to make sure all the important information is conveyed clearly and front and center. You shouldn't have anything off to the sides that might be cut off or any text that's too big that also might be cut off. It's your responsibility to highlight the important information and place it in front of the viewer as if we were all toddlers and we need to explain everything in great detail. Your viewer has so much better things to do than to watch our videos, so you need to make sure you're repeatedly capturing their attention and keeping their interest in by showing all the interesting parts of your video and not just hoping they'll find it anyways. You can do this by implementing zooms, text, or other motion graphics or effects to position your viewer's eyes to where you want them to look. Make sure to play around with it and make sure it looks natural and not distracting to the overall edit. Mistake number 4 is not organizing your footage. When you have a huge project spanning around 30 minutes to an hour, having named files is quite literally a game changer if you're not already doing it already. Take the extra time to log all your footage and name what each clip does. So when you're looking at your timeline, instead of looking at a bunch of random letters and numbers that the camera named the file, you're actually looking at what the footage is. It'll make it easier to navigate. You should first start using bins in your project panel to organize your footage based on subjects. Make sure you name each of your footage based on what kind of shot it is and what the action on the shot is. And this will all give you a clean timeline that will let you edit it so much quicker and so much neater. It'll save you from looking for that one specific clip for 10 minutes that you really need and you know you have, but you just can't find it in your project panel. And the last mistake I'm going to leave you with is overusing effects and mogurts. We all love using effects and mogurts, and social media's kind of taught us that our attention span's so bad if I don't put a flashing color on the screen every 3 seconds, you're going to click off. This isn't true, it's a myth, and it makes your videos so much worse. Effects should enhance your videos, not distract you from them. So next time you add an effect, make sure you're using sparingly and intentionally and it fits with the theme of your video. Motion graphics are great and I love using them from our videos, but you really need to make sure that they fit with the theme of your video and not just there just because you want an effect. When it comes to using visual effects, less is definitely more. You don't want too much visual clutter on your video. And those are the top 5 mistakes that I've learned over the years that you should fix in your video edits. Make sure to follow me for more video editing tutorials, and I have a link in my description for coaching if you're interested in that. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow for another video.